So here we are back live on YouTube. I hope you can hear me all right, and I hope you can see what I can see, which is a rather nice view at the moment. It is late afternoon. It is now 25 minutes to 5. So it is 25 minutes away from 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in the UK, and you are now looking at a live view here in the United Kingdom during this very strange period of time that we all find ourselves living through. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to share this strange experience with everyone else who might be out there at the moment going through the same thing? So I am now out and about, walking around. Yes, Lewis. Oh, hello, Lewis Mendez. Nice to see you here, Lewis. Great to see you here. Yes, I am now high up on Wenlock Edge, near Much Wenlock, and you can see the sun is shining and all of the trees. So what you are looking at now is actually the top of Wenlock Edge, not very far away from my house. In fact, I can see my house from where I'm standing. So where I'm standing at the moment, I can actually have a nice view of my house as well. But I suppose the big question is, where are you, Mr. Duncan? We can't see you. How come you are not on our screen? We cannot see your beautiful face. Well, first of all, I'm taking my coat off because I'm very hot. So the sun is out, it's very hot. I'm now standing at the top of a big hill and I'm overlooking some beautiful landscape as well. So the landscape is rather nice. Hello everyone, can you hear me all right? I just want to make sure that you can hear me, and I want to make sure you can see me. Very good. Helena, hello Helena. Hello everyone else on the live chat. Nice to see you here today. I suppose I should reveal myself. I should show you where I'm standing at this very moment. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ba-doom! Here I am. I hope you are feeling good. Did you enjoy the live stream earlier? Yes, I did a live stream at my normal time of 2 p.m. However, here I am again, out and about. I'm now walking around, not very far away from where I live. In fact, my house is somewhere down there behind me. So I'm high up. I have a lovely view of the English countryside behind me, and now so do you. You might be able to hear some dogs barking. Most people, I think it would be fair to say that most people are at home at the moment here in the UK, and quite possibly where you are as well. I have a feeling you might also be at home as well. Hello to the live chat once again. It's nice to see you back. Now, one of the reasons why I moved from my back garden is because Mr. Steve wanted to go outside and cut the grass. So Steve has a very noisy lawnmower. It is petrol driven. So his lawnmower is quite noisy. So that's the reason why I decided to move somewhere else. So I am a bit further away from the house now. I am no longer in the back garden. I don't know why the dogs seem very excited for some reason. Maybe they're barking at me. Maybe I am disturbing them. Who knows? So can I just say a big hello to everyone on the live chat. I am doing it once again. I don't think I have ever done a live chat twice on the same day. I'm sure I've never done it before. So because we are living through strange times, I thought I would do something very strange right now. And I'm talking to you live on YouTube for the second time today. Hello Ranoa Zorro. What is the difference between rich and poor people? Well, I suppose the difference between rich people and poor people is poor people don't have much money, or maybe they find it hard to get through life, or perhaps they find it hard to make ends meet. Ooh, I like that expression. There is an expression in English, to make ends meet. So if you cannot make ends meet, we can say that you don't have much money, or maybe you are poor, so you can't make ends meet. You don't have much money. Of course, you can be wealthy. You can also be wealthy. You could be rich. You could be rich. You could have lots and lots of money and be wealthy, rich. You can have all the money in the world. However, it doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be happy. It sounds like there's a dog going crazy behind me. I don't know why. So hello to the live chat. Hello to everyone. Can I say hello to Ross? Hello, Ross Garrett. How are you? I'm okay, not too bad. I am staying well. I'm staying positive. I think one of the most important things to do at the moment, very important in fact, is to stay positive. Try to be positive, even though things are not going right, even though we are living through odd times. I am on front of the TV screen. Oh, I am in front. So if you are in front of something, it means you are facing something. You are in front. So you are in front of the TV screen. I have one ear listening to the news, says Palmyra, and the other listening to Mr. Duncan. But which is better? Which one is better? Would you prefer to listen to the news with all of the depressing information, or would you rather listen to me being all positive and having a little bit of fun at the same time? Yes, in front. You are in front of the TV. I am feeling very impressed strongly because I have been staying at home for over a month. Maybe, do you mean impressed or do you mean depressed? Maybe you mean depressed, which means to feel unhappy. You feel a little sad because your mood is low. So maybe you feel depressed. Maybe you don't feel impressed. Maybe you are depressed. So if you feel depressed, you feel unhappy. You feel slightly down. You feel as if your spirits are low. However, you don't have to feel like this ever again, because I will be with you almost every day. So during this strange period of time, I will try to do as many live streams as possible. I will try to be here with you all the time if I can. Tan Chang. Hello, Tan Chang. I hope you are not feeling depressed anymore. I hope my live streams will cheer you up and make you feel happy. It's beautiful here today. I can't believe how nice the weather is at the moment. It's fantastic. I feel as if I'm really being spoilt by Mother Nature. Thank you, Mother Nature. You are doing a very good job here. All you have to do now is make that horrible illness go away. Could you do that? Please, Mother Nature, could you please make that horrible illness go away? So everyone will be happy and nice again. Mr. Duncan, do you have it? No, I don't. Thank you, Waislawa. No, I don't have it. I am completely healthy, fine, feeling super duper. I'm as fit as a fiddle. I'm as strong as an ox. I'm fitter than a butcher's dog. Hello to Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. Please don't joke about the public health. No, I'm feeling okay. I am fine. I am feeling great. But I just wish things would get back to normal. Mr. Steve is at home at the moment and he is not enjoying this particular situation. He really does feel quite unhappy at the moment. He doesn't like staying in the house all the time. So Steve is not really keen on staying in the house all the time. However, I am always trying to make the best of a bad situation. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes you have to try and see the positive side of things. Sometimes you have to look at the bright side. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Hello to Mardi. Hello, Mardi Mohammadi, who says, Mr. Duncan, you haven't read my comment. Hello from Afghanistan. Hello, Mahidi, and it's nice to see you here. Good. Nice to see you here on the live chat. And thanks for joining me again here live on YouTube for the second time today. I don't think I've ever done 2 live streams on YouTube on the same day. Very strange. But then we are living through very weird, unusual, strange, odd. Some might even say spooky. Spooky times, strange times. Hello, Reba from Kurdistan. Hello also. Yes, Mr. Steve is a good worker. I will be honest with you. Mr. Steve is a very good worker. He's working at home. Even though he can't go out to work, he can still work at home. So he's still working as normal, but most of his work now he is doing at home. Just like me, I suppose. You might say that I am working at home as well. Even though technically I am not working at home. I'm not working at home because normally I work at home anyway. Hello, sunshine. There are people walking behind me. Can you see them? There are some people walking behind me. There they are. Ooh, some people. What are they doing? I wonder. Where are they going? Maybe they are going into my ear. Oh, ow, oh, ow, oh, oh. They've gone into my ear. Oh, that was very painful. Oh, oh, I've got some people now inside my ear. Oh, get out. Yes, go on. Get out. Sorry about that. Thanks, Mr. Duncan. It is my first time today to catch you live. Isn't it amazing? Yes, it is amazing because we can just stand here and talk to each other. Isn't it amazing? Hello, Pink. Hello, Pink. I think they are just having a walk. Yes, I think so. As I mentioned earlier today, there are many new rules, many new laws that have come into place. There are new rules, so you can't go outside with more than another person. So only 2 people are allowed to go outside together. So you can't have large groups of people joining together. That is not allowed. So that is one of the new rules that has come into place here in the UK. One of the new rules that is now happening here in the UK. Valor says, it is amazing here at home. I have so many books that I can read. So many books. Well, I think that's good. That sounds like you have a lot of things to keep you company. Yes, I think those people are jogging and enjoying the weather. Of course, we all have to stay far apart from each other at the moment. We can't get too close to each other because of you know what. You know what I'm talking about, of course. In Spain, only one person is allowed to go out at any time for specific or maybe an important reason. So people can go outside, however, you are not allowed to go outside unless it is absolutely necessary. Maybe something that is important, maybe you have an emergency, maybe you have to go to the doctors, or maybe you have to go to the pharmacy to collect some medicine. So yes, unless you have a very good reason for going outside, in some countries they are not letting you go out. So I think that is quite amazing that in some places they aren't letting you go out. Hello to everyone. If you have just joined me, my name is Duncan. I teach English on YouTube, and here I am now in the countryside in England, all alone. I am isolated. I am alone, and so are you, maybe. So we can be alone together here on YouTube. It is beautiful, the nature. I would like to go there, but I feel boring. I feel bored and sad in the house. Well, Yaneth, there is no need to feel lonely because we are all sharing the same experience. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to share some of my time with you. So I will keep you company, and maybe you can keep me company at the same time. Pink says, that sounds fine, being alone together. Yes, why not? Let's give it a try. Let's try. Maybe we might enjoy it. Who knows? Palmyra says the situation is getting worse because there are many restrictions coming into practice. Yes, there are many situations, many events, many new laws, including here in England. Don't forget, in England, there are many changes taking place with how the rules and regulations must be obeyed. So people can't go out now, especially in big towns and cities. People cannot go out, especially in large groups. You can't do it. You are not allowed. It is forbidden. So that is what is happening here in England. And you may have heard on the news that one of our royal family, a member of the royal family, has now become ill. Prince Charles, who is formerly known as the Prince of Wales. He is also in line to be the king. So he is the next person who will come along and be the monarch of this country when the Queen dies. So a lot of people are quite concerned, quite worried that Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, is now feeling under the weather because of you know what. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say the word. Yes, you can go outside as long as you are buying some essentials. Essentials. So when we say essentials, we actually mean things that you need. So things that are important, things that you really need to have, we can describe as essentials. The essential things are the things you really need. Alina asks, what do you normally do? I am an English teacher. I teach English on YouTube. I teach English on YouTube, and also, what else do I do? Sometimes I stand in the middle of a field talking to you live during a pandemic, like now. So we are all here together. Hello to Chile. Hi, Chile. Nice to see you here today. I had some very nice comments about my Easter Island heads. Did you see my little statues? I have some lovely statues in my garden, and they are Easter Island heads. Very beautiful. So thank you for your kind comments about my lovely statues that are in my garden. Mr. Duncan, take advantage of that stunning view and wonderful weather. I am really going to take advantage of this situation. This beautiful weather, I can stand in the sunshine and I can feel the warm glow of the sunlight on my face, and I can share it with you as well. So I hope you are enjoying this experience. I hope it is something that is making you feel happy, because I feel very happy to be here with you today. I must be honest with you, I really do. So, can you hear the birds? There are lots of birds around me. Some of them are in the trees. Some of them are flying around above my head. I suppose some of them are sitting away from the sunshine, and maybe they are in the shade. Yes, Mr. Duncan, we can hear the birds. They sound so lovely. I can also hear the sheep. There are some sheep in the field way over there. And at the moment there are lots of little lambs as well, because this is the lambing season. So many of the sheep are actually giving birth to little baby sheep, or should I say lambs. So lots of lambs are being born at the moment in the fields, not in the trees. That would be very strange. But no, the lambs are being born at the moment, and this is the lambing season now in this area. So lots of little lambs. And in the evening, if you go outside in the evening, you can find lots of lambs, and you can hear them all calling for their mothers. It's really, really nice. So a very busy time of year for the farmers, because lots of lambs are now being born. So yes, a very busy time for the farmers. I would imagine that some farmers are feeling very worried because they don't know what the future will be, because some farmers, of course, rely on people buying things. So maybe if people stop buying things, maybe they stop buying meat, or maybe they stop buying certain types of grain, you might find that the farmers will have a difficult time. Hello, Sunshine. Hello, Sunshine. Well, I like your name, by the way. Your name is brilliant, because your name is amazing. Sunshine. Hello, Sunshine. Easter is coming. Do you know what? I've almost forgotten about Easter, which is very unusual for me, because normally Easter is all I think about. I can't stop thinking about Easter. Do you know why? Can you guess why I get so excited when Easter comes? I'm sure you know what the answer is, I'm sure. Hello, Renora or Renora. Is it fair that some people do wrong things and the whole world has to pay the price? Well, I suppose people do things wrong all the time. Sometimes people do things by mistake. Some things happen for no reason. Sometimes things happen because of one person. Sometimes bad things happen because of many people. Maybe many people want the same thing, and because of that, a bad thing happens. So yes, I suppose sometimes you can hold a person responsible, but it really does depend on what the situation is. I have a feeling I know what you're saying. I think I know what you are saying. We had that conversation yesterday as well. Vittorio, you have a good view behind you. The nature is so green. Here in Italy, it is not so advanced in springtime. Yes, it's amazing. It's almost like magic. Over the past few days, everything has suddenly come to life. It's quite incredible. So here in the UK, suddenly everything has come to life. It is quite amazing just how lovely. It is lovely. Hello to Charlotte. I am afraid when you pronounce the word. Well, I'm not going to say the word. I'm not going to say it. To be honest with you, I am completely sick of hearing it. If I hear anyone else say, I think I will scream. I will scream like a girl. Rogner, listen for as much as you can. I think that's what Sunshine is saying. I like your name, by the way, Sunshine. Can I also say hello to Reba? Mr. Duncan, can you tell us about the Kurdish people? Can I tell you? I don't know what you mean by that. Well, I'm not Kurdish. I don't know a lot about the Kurdish people. Maybe you can tell me. Perhaps that's the reason why you are asking me. Zoran. Hello, Zoran. I can understand you perfectly. But during my stay in the USA a month ago, sometimes I felt very desperate because I hardly understood some people. What can you suggest? Well, I always say that listening to English, getting used to listening to the English language, is something you have to do over a long period of time. Of course, because everyone speaks English in a different way. Some people have very strong accents. So a strong accent might mean that it is hard to understand what someone is saying. So there are many different accents around. So in American English, or I suppose you could say in the USA, English is spoken with many different accents. Very similar to here in the UK. So here in the UK, people speak English with many different accents. As you go around the country, you will hear lots of different English accents. In some places, they might even have their own words or their own special words that they use in certain parts of the country. We call those colloquialisms. So a colloquialism is a word that is only used in a certain place, some local dialect maybe, or a slang term that is only used in certain places. I have come prepared today because I have some water. I've made sure that I have some water because whenever I go outside to do my live streams, I always forget. I always forget to take my water. So today I do have some water. I'm going to have a drink of water, and whilst I do that, I will let you see some of the beautiful landscape. Okay, is that a deal? Do you agree? Okay. if you listen carefully, you might be able to hear some sheep in the distance. I think the farmer is herding the sheep. I'm back. I just had a lovely bottle of water, so I'm just drinking some water at the moment, because one of the problems with standing out here in the sunlight is you might actually get dehydrated. So I hope you enjoyed that. A lovely view of the landscape, and could you hear the sheep as well? There are some sheep very far away in one of the fields in the distance, making a lot of noise. I have a feeling that the farmer is gathering the sheep. So that is the reason why. That is the reason why. So whenever the farmer comes, the sheep always get excited. They become very excited. You live in such a nice green area. Hi from London. Hello, Kate Gann. Nice to see you here on the live chat. Well, I'm very lucky. I always think I'm lucky. I never have any days where I don't realize how lucky I am. I think I'm very lucky to live in a place like this, especially at the moment because I'm so far away from all of the towns and all of the cities and all of the places where people are. So I can go outside and I can do this. So at least whilst I am alone, we can actually be alone together. So we are all self-isolating right now. It is something we are all having to do. Hello, Sakim. Dude, you're like freakishly awesome. Really. I don't think of myself as awesome. I'll be honest with you. I think of myself as an average person, just making my way through this crazy thing we call life. So that's it. I don't really have any philosophy. I just try my best to be the best person I can, even though sometimes I fail a little bit. But at least I try. Hello to India, Rohith. Hello, Rohith, watching in India. I believe there are some really strict rules that are being handed out, and also laws that are being enforced in India at the moment. regarding people grouping together in large crowds. So apparently if you get together in a large crowd in India, they will really get angry with you. The police will get very angry. Luis Mendez says, you are drinking French water. Ah, I see. Can I just say you are very observant? I never fail to be impressed by how observant you are. Yes, I'm drinking some lovely... Now this is French water, Volvic. Apparently this is bottled in France. So yes, you are right. I am drinking some French water. It tastes very nice, by the way. So merci beaucoup for the lovely water. Walid says, what does cater to? If you cater to something, it means you do something that you aim to please a certain group of people with. You cater to something or cater to a certain type of interest. So you do something that is interesting to a certain group of people. You cater for them. You cater for that person or that group. You do something that will be useful to a certain group of people. You cater for someone. I love the countryside. It is amazing, the view, and the birds are singing. Well, the birds at the moment are getting very excited because it's the mating season. So many of the birds are getting very excited. So if you cater to something, if you cater for something, it means you do something that is aimed at a certain group of people. Can you hear that sound in the distance? It sounds like an engine. That is Mr. Steve cutting the grass. Way behind me, down there, Mr. Steve is cutting the grass. I have heard that English people like birds. I think it's true. We do like nature in this country. If you go past many houses, you will find there are... Sorry, I was distracted then because a lot of birds went by. Yes, we love birds here in the UK. If you go by many houses in the UK, you will find lots of bird feeders hanging up in the gardens. So people around the UK are a little bit crazy about birds. We love taking care of the birds and we like looking after the birds, the wild birds. And Mr. Steve is down just behind me. He is actually cutting the grass with his noisy lawnmower. How dare you? How dare you, Mr. Steve? Spoiling my live stream with your noisy lawnmower. How dare you? Very nice. By the way, if you like my live stream, please give me a lovely thumbs up. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Give me a thumbs up to say that you care. Give me a thumbs up. You can like and you can share. Does that sound like a good idea? So please give me a lovely thumbs up. Don't forget to give me a like. Thank you very much. Narcius. Hello, Narcius. I am from India. Right now there is a curfew and it is imposed in the country for the next 21 days. So now in India people have to stay indoors or away from the public areas. I think so, yes. Okay, thank you very much for your information. I am always interested to find out what is happening in your country. So not only here in England, I know sometimes I talk a lot about England, but I want to hear what's going on in your country as well during this strange time. Oh, Mr. Steve has started his lawnmower again. Sunshine asks, what type of art do you like? I love all sorts of art. I do. I like traditional art. I love a little bit of Renaissance painting. I like a bit of Rubens. You can't beat a bit of Rubens with his beautiful portraits. Bit of Constable. I like Constable as well. Have you ever seen a very famous painting by Constable called The Haywain? It is one of the most recognizable paintings in the world, apparently. Yes, I like modern art as well. I like certain types of modern art. I like art that is intriguing. So if a piece of art is intriguing, maybe it makes you think about things, or maybe it helps you to see the world in a different way, then I like it, yes. So all sorts of art, modern art, traditional art. I also like sculptures. I've been to the Royal Academy in London many times. Amazing place. The Royal Academy of Art in London is a wonderful place. I could live in that place. I love it. And it has the most amazing atmosphere as well. So it's not just a place to go and see paintings, it's also a wonderful place just to spend time, because the building itself is also very nice. Apparently it is the middle of the night in Vietnam. Yes, I think it must be. It must be 2, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, or maybe 3. Maybe it's 3 a.m. in Vietnam, perhaps. Hamid Reza says, the British also like Scottish whiskey. I think so. We do drink a lot of alcohol in this country. I think most people now drink alcohol every day, especially this period. I'm sure during this period of time, lots of people are now drinking lots of alcohol, except for me. This is not vodka. A lot of people are saying, Mr. Duncan, we think you've got vodka in your bottle. It is not vodka. This is not alcohol. It's water, honestly. I don't really drink alcohol very often, to be honest. It's just water. Only water, nothing else. It's really nice to see you here today. Thank you for joining me. I really do love doing these live streams, and I hope that I have cheered you up a little bit. Apparently it is 20 minutes past midnight. Oh, okay. For those who are wondering what time it is here, I will show you. So here is the time now in the UK. So in the UK, it is now 20 minutes past 5 o'clock here in the UK. It is early evening here, early evening. So as soon as I finish my live stream, I will actually go back home, and then I'm going to have a cup of tea with Mr. Steve, and then we will have some supper. We will have something to eat. Oh, I see you love modern art. What about the painters of the 16th and 17th century? I was watching a very interesting program the other night about Van Gogh or Van Gogh, And it's very interesting, when you look at Van Gogh's life, you realise that for most of his life he actually suffered. He didn't really have a very good life because he always aimed for the things that he couldn't have. Beautiful women. He wanted a beautiful woman. He even moved to a particular place where he thought he would find a beautiful woman. Unfortunately, he didn't. All he could find were prostitutes, unfortunately. So poor Van Gogh was very unlucky in love. And of course, he did suffer many problems as well. He was depressed. He was trying to express himself through his art. He was looking for that perfect person, that perfect woman who could make his life complete. So I was really interested to see the documentary the other night about Van Gogh. And of course there is a great movie all about Van Gogh's life. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks very good, and I might actually watch it during my isolation period. But yes, I love art. I was very interested last year when I went to Paris, and I was able to see some of the areas where Monet painted his pictures. Mr. Duncan, did you make 2 live streams today? Yes, I've already been on. I was on earlier in the garden, but unfortunately Mr. Steve wanted to do some work in the garden. So now he is down there. He is mowing the lawn. He is cutting the grass. And that's the noise you can hear now. So that is Mr. Steve behind me cutting the grass. Mr. Steve is very noisy. So that's the reason why I had to move. I moved further away so I could continue doing my live stream. How much is it to buy a field in your country? Well, I suppose it depends on what the location is. I'm very lucky because the area in which I live, the prices of the property, the prices of the houses is actually quite reasonable. So you can get a very nice house, you can get some nice property in this area, but you don't have to spend a huge amount of money. So you don't have to be rich to live here, which is just as well, really. I think it's great that you don't have to be rich to live here. That's probably the reason why I'm here. Hi everyone from Beatrice. Hello Beatrice, nice to see you here again. I haven't seen Luis Mendez. Have you gone to bed, Luis? I haven't seen Luis Mendez. He was here earlier, but I think he's disappeared. Kwani asks, do you live with Mr. Steve? I do, unfortunately. Is Mr. Steve the gardener? Yes, Mr. Steve is the gardener. Yes, definitely. Don't tell him I said that, because he will get very angry. But yes, Mr. Steve is very good at gardening. He is the one who likes to do all of the gardening. He is the one who likes to maintain the garden. And I am the one that likes to watch Mr. Steve doing the gardening. Nauseous says, Nauseous, I hope I pronounce your name right. Mr. Duncan, is Much Wenlock near Newcastle? I was there for 2 years. I am a very long way from Newcastle, very long way. And of course it's worth remembering that there are 2 Newcastles. There is Newcastle under Lyme and Newcastle on Tyne. So there are actually 2 Newcastles in the UK, which causes quite a lot of confusion, I can tell you now. Quite a lot of confusion indeed. Oh, there you are. There is Lewis. I wondered where Lewis had gone, you see. I was a little concerned about Lewis. Unicorina asks, do you like Manchester? I used to go to Manchester a lot many years ago when I was a young person. Not anymore though. I haven't been to Manchester for many years. I think the last time I went to Manchester was in 2010 was the last time I went to Manchester. So 10 years ago. What about Liverpool? Do you live near Liverpool? No, I don't. I live very far away from Liverpool. Oh, Lewis is going now. Oh, see you later, Lewis. I hope you stay well and happy, and I will be with you tomorrow as well. Don't forget, I am doing another live stream tomorrow. However, as I mentioned earlier, next week, apparently, here in the UK, it's going to get really cold, and they think there might be some snow. So this time next week, a week from now, I might be standing here surrounded by snow. Isn't that strange? How amazing. How is the situation with at the moment? I don't want to say the word. I don't want to say it. I can't hear that word anymore without wanting to scream. The situation is getting worse. On a serious note, I suppose I should say that things are not getting better. They are getting worse. I think we still have a long way to go before things get better. That's Mr. Steve's lawnmower you can hear behind me. Did you hear about Queen Elizabeth's son? Yes, Prince Charles has now become ill with... Yes, I have. Apparently he is still he's feeling unwell, but not really unwell. So he's under the weather, he's feeling slightly unwell. However, he said that he feels okay. So he's going to get through it, I think. Even though he is 71 years old, Prince Charles. Almost the same age as me. England has great personalities. Please talk about them. When you say personalities, which particular personalities do you mean? Do you mean actors? Do you mean comedians? Do you mean scientists? So there are many personalities in the UK. Hi, Mr. Duncan. This is one of your old followers. I have been watching since 2009, and I am watching in Morocco. I was talking about Morocco yesterday. I was saying how much I would like to visit Morocco, to sample some of the beautiful weather and also some of the delicious, sweet, tasty food. I've just realised I feel hungry. Oh, for me, a personality in the UK is Neil Tennant. Neil Tennant is a singer, and he was around mainly in the 1980s. He still does stuff now. He does a lot of composing at the moment for other people. But Neil Tennant was a member of a duo called the Pet Shop Boys. And I remember the Pet Shop Boys. I grew up through my teenage years with the Pet Shop Boys. So yes, I'm a very big fan of Neil Tennant and also Chris Lowe. Chris Lowe is the other member of the Pet Shop Boys. So yes, I do remember, and I know him as well. Not personally, but I do know of him. So yes, I have heard of Neil Tennant. Hi, Mr. Duncan from Mexico. Hello, Mexico. I must say that you are like fresh air in these challenging times. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So as I said earlier, I am also doing the same thing as you. I can't meet people, I can't meet friends, I can't meet my mother because she is unwell in hospital. So I can't meet anyone at the moment. It's not very nice. We are in quarantine in Argentina, and the world population is now isolated too, said the BBC News today. Yes, if you look at London at the moment, London is completely empty. There are no people at all walking around London, except for those who are doing essential work, such as doctors and nurses, and those who are helping to keep the power and the electricity flowing around the country. I hope your mum feels better soon. That is very kind of you, Pilar. Thank you very much. Yes, that is very kind of you. Hamid Reza says you are backbiting, Mr. Steve. You are talking behind his back. We all do it. I do it. I'm sure Steve does it. I'm sure Mr. Steve says things to other people about me when he's talking to other people. I'm pretty sure of it. I think so. In fact, I know he does. There. Beatrice is here saying hello to Lewis. Hello to Rohit Raju, who is watching in India. We were talking about India just a few minutes ago. We were talking about India. Yes, you can get lots of things from the sunlight. You can get warmth. You can get happiness, because when you're in the sun, you always feel nice and happy. And also, it is very good for your body because your skin will absorb vitamin D. However, you have to be careful not to get too much sun, because too much sunlight isn't good for you. It can damage your skin. But yes, you are right. You can get lots of vitamin D from sunlight. So I think for the next couple of days, I will have plenty of vitamin D, vitamin Duncan, going around my body. Hien Nguyen, hello Hien. Do you know about Alex D in Vietnam? Yes, I do. I know about Alex D. He is an English teacher. He will teach English quite often, almost every day, with his family. So quite often you will see his children in his videos. So yes, I know all about Alex D. And I know that many of his students are now watching my videos here on my channel. So that's really nice. Will Mr. Steve join you? Well, I don't think so, because he's very busy down there. Can you hear? That sound in the distance is Steve, and he's cutting the grass in the garden because it's very long. We haven't cut the grass for many, many weeks because it's been winter here. But yes, don't forget to read my name. It is Abdikwani. Hello to Abdikwani, who is watching in Somalia. Hello to you, and a big hello to everyone watching in Somalia. I don't know the guy with the name Alex D. Please let me search for his name. You can, yes, he is a very good English teacher. He likes my works. He likes the things I do, all of the work I do. He likes my videos. In fact, as I understand it, it was my lessons and my videos that got him interested in English. So yes, very good. He is a good English teacher, and he has lots of very loyal students, just like me. Can I say thank you for watching me today? I know that we are living through very strange times. This is an unusual period of time. Hello to Deepak. Deepak Kumar, who asks, where are you now? Where do you live? Where do you live? At the moment I'm talking to you live from a place called Much Wenlock. It is in the countryside, and at the moment I am standing behind a beautiful sunlit sky. So you might be able to see the sun is shining directly onto my face. So yes, let me just point my camera over there so you can see the view. It's looking rather nice today. Rather nice. So there is the view right now behind me as the sun shines and everything is fine. I hope it is where you are as well. So please, I hope you stay safe and stay happy. Mr. Duncan, do you have an allergy to the sun? No, I don't. I love the sunshine. I love being out in the sun. I have to be honest with you. I can't get enough of it. So I like the sunlight. I like the sunshine. I love being out on a day like this. We can't go out to cut the grass because of this isolation. We will end up living in the jungle. I think so, yes. So if you don't go outside to cut your grass, maybe the grass will keep growing higher and higher until you can't see out of your window. I think you're right, yes. That's the reason why Steve is doing the grass now. So he's cutting the grass now. How do I get a UK high school syllabus? How do you get it? What do you mean? Do you want to come to the UK to study? Is that what you mean? Do you actually want to come here to the UK? So if you want to get here, you have to take maybe an IELTS or a TOEFL test. So yes, you have to have some level of English before you can come to the UK to study, especially nowadays, because nowadays it is really strict to come here and study. It is time to say goodbye to all the nice people there. I spent all long on the internet. I will go to the balcony to get some fresh weather. Thank you, Palmyra. And of course, I will be here tomorrow. Thank you, Palmyra. I hope you have a nice evening where you are. I hope you can enjoy some of this lovely sunshine. I will send some of my sunshine to you. Can you feel the warm glow of the English sunlight? Thank you. Mohammed Ramain says, you got older, Mr. Duncan. You look old. Well, I am getting older. I am becoming an old man. You are right. I've been on YouTube. I've been doing this for 14 years on YouTube, since 2006. So yes, you are right. Mohammed Ramain, you are right. I have got older. It is thanks to you that I'm good at English, and I urge any person to start learning English from you. I got stunned and surprised when he or she hears me speak. So people are surprised when you speak English. Thank you very much for your lovely comment, and I'm really pleased to hear that my lessons help you as well. That's the reason why I do it. That's the reason why I'm here, to help you with your English, to help you improve your listening, your reading, and of course, the hardest part of learning English, speaking. Many people feel afraid to speak. You have got older, but you are still energetic. I am, yes. I still try to keep active. I try to keep healthy. I do a lot of walking. So even though I'm getting older, even though I'm turning into an old man, I will try my best to stay young at heart. Some people are more handsome when they get old, Mr. Duncan. I'm not sure if I am one of those people. We will wait and find out. Wow. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness. A big piece of tree just fell just over there. Big, huge piece of tree just collapsed onto the ground. I'm glad I wasn't standing there. Wow, that was amazing. I actually saw it fall. It went onto the ground. Wow, that was slightly scary. That was a little unnerving. I felt slightly afraid then. Wow, that was amazing. I could hear this sound, and it sounded like wood breaking. And then I looked over there, and then this huge piece of tree just collapsed. Mr. Duncan, what about putting on a pronunciation section in your live stream? It would be useful. Beatrice, I think that is a very good idea. I just hope that other people find it interesting as well. So yes, I think it is a good idea. I don't mind pronouncing words. If you want to hear me say certain words, as long as they're not rude, as long as they're not rude words. But yes, I can pronounce words. The other day I was asked if I could pronounce poor and poor. So maybe a person who has no money is poor, but of course you can also pour some water. So you have the word pour, you will pour water. Maybe you will pour some water into a glass. And of course, a person who doesn't have much money can be described as poor as well. Yes, when the sound of a tree, we can say the sound is the tree breaking. So maybe the tree is breaking. The tree will break. Break. Or maybe the tree will crack as well. So maybe there is a crack or a break in the branch. Because recently around here we've had a lot of wind, to be honest. It's been very windy, and I think a lot of the trees around here have been damaged. In fact, I can show you. I will show you the area where the tree just collapsed. It was actually over there. Can you see? Over there. I don't think you can see the branch that just fell, but you can see the trees. So many of these trees that you can see now have been badly damaged by the recent weather, because we've had a lot of wind, very strong wind. And I will show you the sun is now getting lower. Let's have a look, shall we? I will show you the view again. So there you can see the view looking over towards the sun. The sun is now getting low in the sky. So you will notice that the sun is starting to get low. We have about another hour. Yes, I think about another hour or maybe 1.5 hours of sunlight. So we have, yes, I think about another hour of sunlight. So as the sun slowly goes across the sky, it is very low at this time of year because it is still early spring. So it is still springtime here in England. And yes, it is a beautiful evening here in England. The area where I live is called Much Wenlock. So that is the town where I live, and the area, the surrounding area, is called Shropshire. Shropshire. It is a very small place, Much Wenlock, very small town. And yes, you might describe this as a rural area. Rural, which means countryside. It is away from the towns, it is far away from the cities. It is a peaceful place. Unless, of course, Mr. Steve is cutting the grass, making lots of noise with his lawnmower. Hello, Flower Espoir. Nice to see you here as well. Welcome to my unusual live stream on a Wednesday evening, live from England. It is now coming up to 10 minutes away from 6 o'clock here in England. It is now 10 to 6, 10 minutes away from 6 o'clock. I don't know about you, but I feel rather hungry. I feel peckish. Do I feel ill? No, I'm not ill. I'm not unwell. I can safely say that I am 100% well. I am fit. I am taking some exercise at the moment. And I am sharing my evening with you. And that's the view you can see at the moment. It is a live view looking out across the countryside of Shropshire, and the sun is now starting to get low. It is sinking slowly. I don't think I will stay here until the sun sets, because that is probably not going to happen for about another hour. I don't think I'm going to stay here for another hour, but it would be lovely to stay here for the sunset, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice? Unfortunately, I think I would get very cold. I will try to write the name of where I am. Just a moment, please bear with me. Unfortunately, I can't write on the live chat on my mobile phone, unfortunately. The place I live in is Much Wenlock. Muchwenlock. Much Wenlock. If you just joined me, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, Merry Christmas. Wherever you are watching in the world, this is Mr. Duncan live on YouTube on a Wednesday evening. It is just coming up to 5 minutes away from 6 o'clock. In the evening, as I mentioned, the sun is in the sky. However, it will be saying bye-bye soon as it sets behind the Welsh hills. So the hills you can see in the distance, the mountains you can see in the distance, are actually in Wales. So they are not in England. They are actually the Welsh mountains you can see in the far distance. And I don't live very far away from Wales, so I live quite close to the Welsh border. And that's the reason why we can see all of the Welsh hills so clearly. Hello, David Tom. Hello, David Tom. Welcome. Welcome to my live stream. I'm in England, live, Much Wenlock, sunny, warm, healthy, for now. Oh, my goodness, Mr. Duncan, you should warn us. You should warn us before you do that. Please tell us that you are about to appear. Okay, I'm back now. I'm back. Did you enjoy that view? I thought that was lovely. In fact, I was also starting to become mesmerized by the view. Mesmerized. I like that word. If you become mesmerized, it means something that makes you feel as if you are in a daydream. You can't stop watching something. You can't stop looking at it. You feel as if you are in a daydream. Wow. I can't believe it. It's so beautiful. It's so nice. I am mesmerized. Mesmerized. Wow. Incredible. Thanks for your lovely comments. I haven't said hello to the live chat for a while, so I will now. Alex D Music has brought me here. Hello, Musi. Nice to see you here today. And once again, a big shout out to all of Alex D's students in Vietnam. Emilio, I have followed your lessons for a long period of time and my English has improved nicely. I understand your statements without problem. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad that my lessons have helped you and I'm glad that your English is improving. It's great. Look at the view behind me as well. Look at that. Looking off into the distance. Looking off behind me, even behind me, there is a lovely view. And somewhere down there is my house. Somewhere. I can't see my house at the moment, but somewhere behind those trees is my house. So I'm not very far away from where I live. Flavio is going now. See you, Flavio. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I'm sharing my experience, my strange experience, and I'm sure where you are, the experience you are having is equally strange. Equally. So the two things are very similar. Equally. Luis Mendez makes a very good recommendation. The Oxford Online Dictionary is very good. Yes, as you know, if you are a person who has watched me for many years, you will know that I am a big fan. I am crazy about Oxford University Press. I love Oxford University Press. I think they publish some of the best language, textbooks, dictionaries, all sorts of things. So yes, I am a big fan of the Oxford University Press, and of course they publish the Oxford Dictionary of the English language. And there is also an online version, so you can actually access an online version of the Oxford English Dictionary, or as many people call it, the OED. OED, the Oxford English Dictionary. I hope you've enjoyed my live stream. I've done two live streams today. I can't believe it. I will be going soon. I'm going soon because I'm getting cold, to be honest with you. The only dictionary I understand easily is Collins Dictionary. Well, there are lots of other dictionaries available, not just Oxford. So you have Collins, you have Webster's. So Webster's Dictionary, very famous, very popular in the United States and over that way. Here in England, we often use the Oxford English Dictionary. Wow, lots of people now in the live chat. Teacher, if you come to Spain at any time, well, it won't be at the moment, unfortunately, you can visit Asturias, Cantabria, or Galicia. Very similar landscapes. I love mountains. I love hills. I love mountains. I like to see the landscape. I don't like to visit a place that has flat landscape. So sometimes the flat landscape isn't very interesting to look at. However, if you go to a place with lots of hills and mountains, that can be very interesting. So I think, yes, I do prefer places that have lots of landscape, hills, valleys. And that is one of the reasons why I love Wales, just over there. Wales is just over there, not very far away. Yes, the place where I'm broadcasting from is called Much Wenlock. It is a beautiful place in the countryside. You will find some amazing mountains in Spain. Please come. Thank you, Jose, or Jose. Thank you very much. I will be going in a few moments. I think I will go in 5 minutes. Is that okay? Sadly, I won't stay for the sunset, even though I have a feeling tonight's sunset is going to be amazing. So I think the sunset tonight here is going to be spectacular. However, I will have to go back home to have something to eat. Hello to Bottomless Scarity. Hello, Bottomless. I'm sorry to hear about your physical problem, that you are bottomless. Bottomless Scarity 08. Can I have a shout out? Of course you can. Hello to you, Bottomless Scarity 08. Thank you also to Kem Dogan. Thank you very much. I will be going in a moment. I have been with you for nearly 1.5 hours standing here. You might like to visit Argentina. I am living in the mountains of San Luis. That sounds very nice. Once again, I have seen some of the photographs that you've posted on your Facebook pages showing some of the landscape and some of the beautiful views that you can enjoy where you live. So I'm always interested to see where you are as well. And I love looking at landscapes. I love seeing sunset views. If you have any photographs of the sunset where you are, fantastic. I would love to see them. I always get very excited when I see nature photographs, especially photographs that people have taken, but they are not professionals. So I am a big fan of amateur photography. I would class myself as an amateur. I don't think I'm a professional photographer. I try my best to do it, but I would class myself as an amateur. I'm not a professional photographer. even though now I have a lot of experience having done this for many, many years. Flower Espoir says, please, Mr. Duncan, please stay with us. Well, I will have to go home in a moment to have a cup of tea, and also I will have some supper as well. I am going to have something to eat. Bottomless Scarcity says, I am part of the National Trust in Yorkshire. I used to work for the National Trust. So yes, I'm sure where you are in Yorkshire, there must be lots of lovely properties and lots of places you can visit and walk around. And they are owned by the National Trust. The National Trust. So yes, great. Wonderful. Thank you very much for your company. Hello from Spain, Accent. Hello, Accent. Nice to see you here on the live chat. I hope you are having a good day. I will be going in a moment. There are some more people coming down just next to me. It sounds like they're walking down the hill, so you might see them walk behind me in a moment. Hello from Chechnya. Hello, Chechnya, Abu. Hello to Abu Qatada, watching in Chechnya. Nice to see you here as well. Don't forget, give me a big thumbs up. Come on, I want to see those thumbs on my screen. I will wait. I'm very patient. I'm a very patient man. Let's see some thumbs. To show you care. Give me a thumb, and maybe you can share as well. Hello from Sweden. It is nice with the sun. Here it is already dark. I would imagine you are slightly ahead of the UK, but we are waiting for the sun to go down. It hasn't set yet. We are waiting for the sun. We are waiting for the sun to disappear. Would you like to have another look at the sunshine? Okay then. I will let you see the sunshine, but please, can you also give me a lovely thumbs up as well, whilst we enjoy another few moments of some English sunshine on a Wednesday evening. Ooh. If you just joined me, welcome. Welcome one, welcome all to my very unusual live stream, live from England. For those who are wondering, I am broadcasting to you from England, a little place called Much Wenlock, a very beautiful part of England. And at the moment you can look right now across the landscape. We are looking towards the sun, which is slowly setting, and those mountains in the distance, they are actually the Welsh Hills. We are looking out towards Wales and across the beautiful Shropshire landscape. I need to see some more thumbs. Come on, give me a thumbs up. You know you want to. There are some people coming. They're coming up the hill. The sun isn't setting just yet. We have about another maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes, perhaps longer, before the sun actually sets. So at the moment here in the UK, it is just coming up to 10 minutes past 6 o'clock. In the evening, it is a Wednesday, and I hope you are feeling well and good and happy wherever you are watching in the world. Abdallah says you must stay at home. Well, I am at home. My house is just behind me. So to be honest with you, I am staying at home. And I can assure you that there are no people near to me. I am keeping a safe distance from other people. And I am back. I will be going in a moment. What special sun image? It is a big white circle with a yellow border. Well, that's the sun right now. That's what the sun is doing in the sky on this Wednesday evening. Thank you, Abdallah. That is great, buddy. Please stay safe. Yes, I will do my best to stay safe. I am completely well. I am healthy. I will keep myself safe. I am going to stay away from other people. I will stay as far away as possible from any other human beings. So as far as I'm concerned, my life will continue as normal. At least that's what Steve would say. Mr. Steve would say, "Oh, Mr. Duncan, you always stay away from people," if he was here, but he's not here at the moment. Thumbs up, come on. I want to see more thumbs up. I want to get to 200. I want to see 200 thumbs. Can I see 200? I only have 158 at the moment. I want to have 200. I know one thing, I'm starting to feel cold because the sun is now starting to set. So because the sun is now going down, I am beginning to feel a little chilly around the edges, to be honest. Slightly chilly. So I'm going to try and cover my arms because they are cold. Ooh, what's happened to my phone? My phone has gone strange. I don't know what's happening to my phone. It's gone very weird. It looks strange. I look too bright. I've noticed this sometimes with my Apple phone. Sometimes the contrast will become very odd. I'm trying to pull my sleeves down but for some reason I can't, and I don't know why. I get very easily confused by these things, you see. Ah, that's better. There we go. Yes, there it is over there. The sun is now getting ready to set. It really is. Wow. I can't believe it. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Nice to see you. It is 13 degrees now in Shrewsbury. Well, Shrewsbury, I can show you where Shrewsbury is. It is just over there. So looking over there is where Shrewsbury is. So that is where the town of Shrewsbury, a very big town, that is where it is, over there in the distance. You might not be able to see it, but that is roughly the direction it is in. Oh, that's better. I've covered my arms now because my arms were starting to get very cold. As soon as the sun disappears, the temperature begins to fall. That is what happens. Mr. Duncan, you can work out a little bit. Yes, maybe I can do one of those workout videos. A lot of people have been doing exercise videos. They have been showing people how to do their aerobics and exercise whilst they are in their house. So maybe I can move around. If I move around enough times, maybe I can keep myself warm. I can't do that anymore. Wow. I have my coat here as well. Excuse me. Yes. Yes, I have my coat. I have thought of everything. I have really come prepared. You can see here, I have my coat. Unfortunately, my coat has been lying on the ground. Ooh, so it's not very warm. My coat feels very cold on my body. So I have my coat on. I also have my red gloves. I think these gloves have become very famous now. These are the most famous gloves in the world. Lots of people around the world have admired these gloves. They like my red gloves. Thanks for your company. Yes, I'm going back in a minute. I can't stay for the sunset because it will be too long. Apparently it is very hot in Hong Kong. I would imagine it is. At this time of year, I would imagine that you've got some nice warm weather in Hong Kong. Taylor Woods. Hello, Taylor Woods. Hi, Taylor. Nice to see you here. Live on a Wednesday evening, sharing my isolation with you. I am isolated in the countryside. This is it. It's just me and some sheep. Me and some sheep. Make of that what you will. Thanks a lot for your company. I am now going. I will leave you. I will give you one last view of the sun and the beautiful landscape in the distance, but I will have to go back home because I'm starting to get very cold. And the last thing I want to do is become ill. I don't want to become ill, you see. I don't want to get ill and become sick. That is the last thing I want to do. How are you, Mr. Duncan? I am okay. I'm not feeling too bad. I've had a very unusual day because I've done 2 live streams. So I was on earlier with my normal live stream, and then I decided to come on again because Mr. Steve wanted to cut the grass. So that is the reason why I'm here now, standing at the top of this hill with the sun glowing in my face. So that's the reason why, because of Mr. Steve. After tomorrow, you will have to wipe your bottom on the grass. I think so, yes. And yes, I will have to be careful of the thorns But to make matters worse, Mr. Steve has just cut the grass. So I don't think even that will work. Maybe the grass won't even clean my bum. Hello, Mr. Duncan. My name is Abdullah. Hello, Abdullah. Welcome to my live stream, which is about to come to an end, unfortunately, for two reasons. One, because I'm freezing cold, and two, because I'm hungry. So I'm hungry and I'm cold. Thanks for this interesting live stream. Please go home and have some hot soup. I think Mr. Steve is making some nice food for me right now as I stand here. So I will go back home and I will have a cup of tea and something nice to eat as well. And I hope you will, wherever you are watching in the world, I hope you have a great day, however much of it you have left. Maybe it is late, or maybe it is still morning where you are. However, here in the UK, it is evening. It is coming up to 6:20 in the evening here in the UK. Ho Yam, hello, I am He Yam. Hello, He Yam, watching in Sudan. Hello, Sudan. Nice to see so many people around the world watching at the moment. I have been with you for a long time today. I have spent a lot of my day here talking to you. Thank you to Algeria. Thank you, Wissal. Nice to see you as well. Lots of people are now joining the live stream. Unfortunately, I am going to have to go back home because I'm cold. It sounds as if someone is chopping down some trees. Oh, and there is a woodpecker over there. Can you hear that little squeaking noise? That squeaking noise, can you hear it? Chip, chip, chip. That squeaking noise is a woodpecker. Woodpecker, there is a woodpecker just behind me in the tree. And there is someone over there cutting wood. So I have a feeling there is a lot going on around me. A lot of people at the moment are in their gardens doing all sorts of work, all sorts of jobs, all sorts of chores. Can you see what's happening now? Can you see what's happening? I said I was going. 10 minutes ago I was supposed to go, but I'm still here. It's almost as if I can't leave you. It's almost as if I can't turn off my camera because I want to stay here for as long as I can. Maybe that's the reason why. Just waving to the woodpecker. Hello, Mr. Woodpecker. Hi. I can actually see the woodpecker in the tree. I can see him. He's moving around in the tree. I love nature so much. I really do. Thank you, Kubra. Thank you very much. I am definitely going. I have to go now. If I don't go, I might I might collapse on the floor. Thank you, Taylor. I am going now. I will give you one last look at the sun because it is about to set. The sun will be setting in a few moments. So I will turn the camera around so you can see the sun. I will stay with you for a few more moments and then I will say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. It's been a very interesting one, a very unusual one. Interesting and unusual. Interesting and unusual. I think most of my live streams are unusual. However, only a few of them are ever interesting. Take care of yourself, Mr. Duncan. Please stay warm. See you next time. Yes, I will be back with you tomorrow. Can you believe it? I will be back once again tomorrow. Give me a thumbs up before I go. I am now going to turn my camera around and I am going to show you the sunset because it is about to disappear. The sun will be going in a few moments. Catch you later. Thumbs up. Like and share to show that you care. I think it is a pity that someone has decided to use their chainsaw at the most beautiful moment of the day. So as we come to the end of a busy day here in England, as the sun says goodbye to the UK, until tomorrow. Bye bye sunshine. Bye bye sun. See you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm going now. I will see you tomorrow, and I will probably be on around about 1:30 tomorrow. Around 1:30. Does that sound like a good idea? I hope so. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, talking to you live from the UK, from the little village of Much Wenlock, saying thanks for watching. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you've enjoyed the past. It's almost 2 hours. I've been here with you for nearly 2 hours. Can you believe it? Well, I can't believe it. I'm sure you can't either. Thank you very much for your company. Catch you tomorrow around about 1:30 p.m. tomorrow here on YouTube. Don't forget, it is UK time as well. UK time. And of course, until we meet here, don't forget what's coming next. You know what's coming next. I'm sure you do. Until tomorrow, stay safe, stay healthy, keep calm, and don't forget to wash your hands. Ta-ta for now.